new moon in Cancer. Welcome to Intuition Loading. Personals are back. Personals are back. So look in the description. I made it super easy. I'm excited for you all. Let's get to it. So this is a new moon reading. So definitely check out your moon sign. So this is going to really be for Virgo moons. And remember, we have a Capricorn full moon, then we have a Cancer new moon, then we have a Capricorn full moon again. So it's giving this energy of like, I know what I need to do, but I also know what I want to do. And it's giving this little battle. Also Saturn, Pluto, and Neptune are retrograde right now. So it's really giving that power struggle energy and dreams versus reality. And it's leaning more towards practicality. So I definitely want to keep that in mind. The hell I'm sitting on. What's the overall energy for Virgo energies during this Cancer new moon for the Virgo energy? The first one that didn't just pop out, and then it did. Communicating freely. Bottom of the deck, you have listening with your heart here. So the reason I look like that is because Sagittarius had communicating freely that came out. And Sagittarius was underestimating a situation. It's that Mercurial energy, the opposite Sagittarius is Gemini. So you got this Mercurial energy out here with this listening with your heart. So it's definitely giving the energy of someone pouring out. This is an intense conversation that I'm definitely picking up here with this energy here. Someone is speaking from deep within their soul here. This energy over here kind of looks like a lion. So it's giving like the bravery. It's giving that strength energy to finally speak out and say what they got to say about how they feel. So definitely keep that. But again, you have this communicated freely. Now it was on the bottom of Gemini. It came out for Sagittarius, or with Sagittarius, Capricorn, and now you, Virgo, have had this card in common. So you heard that. Sagittarius, Capricorn, and then you, Virgo. So Page of Swords, go watch those. Alright, let's see what this is for the Virgo energy specifically. Remember that Mercury does rule you. So again, communicating, it's a 6th house energy. Still here on the bottom of the deck here. Interesting. So there may be some message that you need to send, or some person that you need to see, something you need to verify for sure out here. What is this Cancer moon coming in and showing the Virgo energies out here? I just heard once and for all. Okay. I'm a real estate broker by trade, so you can do all 3 if you like. So I don't know why I got this deep. You know, again, it just feels like right now with this new moon, it could be pushing you to really just say some shit that you didn't never think you would have to say. I feel like there's a confession type energy out here, or having to say or hear a hard truth. What is bringing in for you? Page of Cups. This is an apology. It's helping you to communicate your emotions, apologize. It's helping you to speak on some concepts that are a lot vulnerable. It's something else that's out here. How it's making you feel? The Queen of Swords. I gotta tell them the truth. Carrie Hilson. Tell them the truth. I feel less than certain, lower than 0. But I'm tired of hurting. I gotta tell them the truth. This is the energy of someone who is finally going through with doing something because they feel like they have no other options. It's eating them up alive. With that song by Carrie, she talks about basically how she did something in the background that her person doesn't know, but her conscience wanted her to speak up about. Okay, what you have working in your favor is the sun here. So literally you got 2 energies of childlike energy here, 5th house energy. So this is romance, competition, love on a minute scale here. So this is like the honesty is what you have working for you. At the end of the day, you just want to get it out of your head. You want to tell them what happened so you can feel better and make yourself lighter. What you need to work on is the King of Cups here. So you're communicating in a more, you could communicate better. I'm going to just say that. I'm trying to work on how I deliver things because I know I could communicate better. But you could communicate better here. You literally have this page here, and what you need to communicate as is a king. So this is having a level of emotional security and emotional intelligence here. So you may want to get some counseling and some therapy before you go to have this conversation. Watch some videos. You may want to get some advice from some counselors, therapists, you know, some people who've already been in a situation who have some type of learning behind it, because you know Virgo, y'all gonna want to do it right. You're going to want to find the perfect words. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you can, again, start saying, how do I apologize? What does it look like? Or, like, what's my communication palette? What's their communication palette? So you can kind of see how it needs to be said and how it needs to be done. Because at the end of the day, you just want to be happy again. And this is a fact here. And you feel like at this point, I'm just going to get it all out. And what happens, happens. Now, at the root of all of this, what this is coming in is the star here. So you want a level of healing. And you want an all the way around level of healing. You want a better relationship with your consciousness. This is your spirit guides. I just said somebody's consciousness is eating them up. So you got that out here, your family, your internal and your external groups. Someone's ready to finally get it out here. You have Leo and Aquarius out here with the star and the strength card or the sun card, which can also be Sagittarius. The sun can also be Sagittarius, so y'all might want to check out Sagittarius again because y'all shared that communicating freely energy out here. The outcome of you opening up and working on something is, or the outcome of you opening up and speaking is someone working with you on it. The Eight of Pentacles here, self-mastery here. You're only going to get better the more you talk. This may take multiple conversations. There's something else that I'm seeing here. You just got to keep your composure and keep it together. Remember what you came for. What's stopping this healing is emotional intelligence, is being able to have this conversation. It's dealing with rejection. It's dealing with, someone who doesn't agree with you. That's what's out here. But it looks like you do intend on just getting it out. It's a purge energy out here for sure with this communicating freely, and you have someone listening with your heart. So it looks like this person that you intend to communicate with is open. They're just waiting on you. Judgment is out here. This is a reconciliation. So when it comes to this energy, when it comes to this new moon, there is a reconciliation energy out here. There is this energy of, let me just reconcile what I've been through, how I feel, when it started, how it went. And then you have the purpose here with the Hanged One, is you've had to change your perspective here. You've been able to see from some different angles at this point, see from some different compassions. Like, okay, well, I understand how you feel. I was feeling like this. Well, I talked to someone and I didn't realize that it could have came off like that. So this is what's happening out here with the Virgo energy. And now that you've been able to sit down, and also I'm feeling like you've been able to reconcile who you were at different maturity levels at different parts of this cycle. So when you was young, it was like, man, I wasn't really trying to get into all of that. I didn't care about women. I didn't care about men. I didn't care about feelings. But then after this happened to me, then I kind of progressed in this manner. And then I progressed in this manner. And at this point, I can completely understand why and how you felt the way that you felt. And I want to do something about it. I want to apologize. I want to talk about it because that wasn't my intention. I just was unaware of how I was moving at the time. While we're asking about this energy at all, the biggest influence by this Cancer new moon for Virgo energies is the Hierophant. This is Taurus out here. This is also Libra energy. And this is also Venus energy. So we're talking about love and money. We're talking about a commitment out here. And we do, like I said, someone has really learned their lesson. They have judged or been judged. And now they realize that they have themselves been a victim or a culprit of this energy here. And it wasn't their intention. It's like someone who really couldn't relate until it happened to them. They could go around slapping people, but it wasn't until someone slapped them that they said, damn, yes, I got to do all 12, but I'm only going to do maybe one more after this. Welcome, LaChant. So this is the energy that we're going through here where someone is just realizing that's not how you treat people, but it had to happen to them first. This is a backfire. This is karma. This is someone looking up and saying, oh, this what this get me? Still kind of throwing a little temper tantrum behind it. Spirit is wanting you to boss up and, be more accountable. Get out your feelings about it a little bit. But it does look like, too, whoever I'm talking to with this Virgo energy, they could have an Aquarius or Leo placement, and they could have a Virgo moon. You got Aquarius and or Leo in your chart because they hold hands anyway. So if you got one, then 9 times out of 9, you're sharing the other energy. You got Pisces out here. You got Libra and Taurus out here. So you got Venus influence out here, and then you got the Sun and Uranus out here. So this is someone coming to a revelation and epiphany here, but this is after some type of real deal confirmation. So this could be after going to court, getting a ticket, getting some type of synopsis from a doctor or some type of verdict, Someone could have got fired and they like, damn, this is what this comes from. But I feel like there's this energy of confession. There's a confession energy coming out over here with this Virgo energy. If you so choose to work with this energy, you will have a new cycle here. You will be able to drop all this baggage here. I feel like it's just going to be a relief here. There's a surrendering energy here. That's also what the Hangman talks about. And then you got the Hierophant out here. So it's just like a giving it to God. I feel like intuitively this Virgo energy didn't want to be judged by someone. They didn't want someone to come in and like get their lick back, or they didn't want to see the pain or the aftermath of their destruction. If they hurt somebody, they didn't want to see them cry. If they fired someone, they didn't want to see them in line at the, the food stamp office or the pantry office. They didn't want to be attached to something negative, even though they played a part in it. But I feel like at this point, they're starting to realize that what they did was not necessarily okay, whether or not they understand it all the way. Thank you. Whether or not they realize it all the way, they want to make sure that they're being right with God here. There also could be some pushback or some type of backfire that's taking place in their life somewhere else in their chart. So now they're in their feelings about why this happened to them and how this happened to him and why they became one of those people. I hope he doesn't have to go to the bathroom. And what's the outcome? Is the Queen of Wands. That was a different type of bark from my dog. It's more like a yip. And it made me just think, just like now while we're talking, like any other time, typically, depending on where you are in the day, I might be like, oh, my dog's barking, he gonna, no bark, he gonna be in trouble. But also, throat chakra, you got communicating freely out here. He's communicating something. When he barks, that's their way of talking. And I just thought about it and was like, that was a different type of bark. He may have to go to the restroom. And instead, Virgo energies, depending on how we're resonating or what energy we're in, we may be dismissive. We may ignore it. We may talk it down. And then guess what? He ends up what? I just told him my dog could have peed in his crate and then I would have wanted to kill him. But really it would have been my fault because I wasn't listening with your heart, right? So this is interesting because how that just happened. You could have been in a place where you were focused on what you were focused on. So when you heard someone saying they were hurting or you were offending them or they didn't like something, you took it as nagging, getting on your nerves, trying to control you, and you dismissed it. Where now you're looking back saying, wow, wait a minute. They just were, they were really telling me. I just couldn't see it. So I was the problem is what I'm hearing here. So confession. And then I was the problem. So now it's coming to this awareness where you can go back and say, okay, look, let's talk. I'm here now. I hear you now. I understand now. Let's run it back here. And the outcome is the Queen of Wands here. So there's some form of confidence that's coming in with the Queen of Swords. Someone could be going from literally cold to hot. They could be going from this queen to that one. So they could be going from cold to hot with this revelation, with this apology here. Now, you still could work on how you talking. So this, again, could take a couple of conversations before someone realizes that you really mean it. They may be like, what you want, state your business, because they don't really understand what you're here for. But as you continue to communicate and reach out and try and put a foot forward, they may move into a more confident state of that you're really serious and you really want to be here. That's what I see. Yep, this is someone just taking accountability. I would like to clarify. Nah, you want to heal, you want to tell everything, you want to get it all out, you want a clean slate, you want to work on something, you want to master and perfect it here, you want to put in the work here. What's the Page of Cups? Let's do that one. It looked good to me. As long as you're communicating, this person is listening. You have men out here, masculine energy at the end of the day, male or female, and this is what needs to be worked on, male or female. There's an emotional security, an emotional maturity that needs to be here. You're going to have to work on your emotional maturity more. You're the Page of Cups, and then the man came out, masculine energy. You have to try harder. Some of you have been saying, that's just how I talk. I've said what I said. I'm not lying, but you're hurting people. You have to speak in a way that they can receive. And that's what this says, listening with your heart here. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. Somebody been out here I communicate from the depths of my being. So if you want to fuck around and just bust out you ugly, what do you think they're going to feel? I ain't mean it like that. You can only mean it one way. You said what you said, and you're telling them that you're saying what's your authentic truth. So if you call them ugly, then what? You get on my damn nerves. You can't say that to people and then say, well, what? I'm telling the truth. You do. Okay, so then what does that make them feel? Why would they continue to want to deal with you? You can't just be rude. It's basically what I'm seeing here with the judgment out here. You're coming to that conclusion. We working on it. I have to do better. But that's kind of what this is here. And I mean, I'm a culprit of it and I get it. But this is someone who you ran off somebody. And I'm hearing in my mind's eye that it wasn't you feel bad about it. Now I commend whoever I'm talking to because you are spinning the block and you're going back and you are trying and you are putting the work in. I think it was, look, I cannot make it up. Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross with a goal-oriented person is what I got out here. Thank you. Over judgment. This is what you're being judged on. Like, you realize everybody said the same thing about you. You could have Sagittarius in your chart and then check out Sagittarius. Sure could. I already told y'all that though. Because Sagittarius had communicating freely. And I said, be careful in Sagittarius energy of what you say, because you may have all the information that you need. You may be all the way, whatever. But the way you say it may provoke someone to go in a trick bag and then pull out an ace and have you looking crazy. Because you so passionate about something doesn't mean that you're right. You may come all the way left at somebody thinking that you got it in the bag, and then and Virgo energy came out. They may come back, clap back at you with something you didn't even know they had here. So be careful about this. And or look, you have Virgo in your chart, you need to do your research and make sure that you're not offending people, because it looks like I just see that with Virgo energies, I'm not seeing no pushback. You could have been very dominating and you just said what you said and then drops mic or mutes the room. And then they just sitting there just throwing darts at the back of your damn head. Like, they can't stand you. They don't want to bump into you. And you like, what? What I do? Why don't nobody want to eat with me? Why don't nobody want to talk to me? It's giving this energy of being difficult to work with, difficult to be with, difficult to be around. And it's just saying that you need to try harder with your emotional maturity. Try to see where people are coming from better. For me, introduction to sociology and introduction to psychology helped me with that a lot. Because I was told, as brilliant as I am, people weren't going to want to work with me if I didn't understand how to connect with people. For me, you get it or you don't. And if you didn't get it, then get the hell on, you know. And I had to learn and I had to be groomed that people are different. They come from different backgrounds, so they understand in different ways. You know, tomato may be tomato for somebody else, and that's okay. Because to me, I'm like, no, tomato's tomato. Fuck, like, no. You don't get to have tomato. You're not going to be able to reach more people. You're not going to become more cultured if you don't learn how to be a little bit more diverse. And again, I'm talking to somebody who got Leo and or Aquarius in their chart. It's fixed energy. They feel how they feel. They say what they said, and that's just it. You got Taurus out here, another fixed energy. Next to the hang one, you're being asked to be a little bit more mutable, a little bit more fluid here. And this cardinal energy is saying you need to be the one to do it. That's where the humility is coming in. This is the fight that you're having to fight. This is for the moons. Getting together with friends is out here, climbing the ladder towards success, and both money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. You have all of this energy out here of being blessed and abundant, but it looks like people in general don't want to work with you because you may have a harsh communication style. So you have to go back and apologize and make up with your people. Interestingly enough, too, I'm not really picking up romance, even though this is the moon energy. I feel like this is just something going on inside of you. This problem is pervasive. If it's in your relationships, it's in your relationships with your coworkers, your family. If you've been fighting, if you had this issue with your friends at school, you had this issue with your mom at home, you had this issue with your first girlfriend, like, this is something you know is a problem here. You just couldn't hear it when people were trying to tell you. But I see planting seeds here and launching your journey. You're about to start trying to have some better conversations, and then you have emerging with grace here. So I do see that at the end of the day, you will emerge more sophisticated, more understanding, and more compassionate. But I do see that it's going to be a hike. Again, I'm strongly seeing some type of like third party intervention, whether it's a counselor or therapist or a mediator, someone to come in and kind of help you. But I see you being humble enough to ask and receive this help. Saying, look, when I talk, I piss people off. So could you come with me? Or, I felt this way and, I got attacked by the group. So what I was trying to say was XYZ. Can you help me to say that better? That's what I'm seeing out here for Virgo. What's this Queen of Wands? What's the Queen of Wands, please? Bat, Take care. Enemies are working against you. Oh, I hear you, Spirit. Success. Ooh. And lighthearted, carefree time. Okay, I hear you. More of this star energy. Let me clarify that real quick. And I'm going to tell y'all what they just told me. What's the star energy, please? This one tried to roll out. Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Is coming. So we're still in transition, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding, and victory in some endeavor out here. But you got to control your anger, or you'll be sorry. That came out on top of the Queen of Swords here. So what I'm seeing here is, with the level of success and abundance that you're moving towards, you're going to need more solid people around you. And you may have made too many enemies, or you may need to correct yourself so that you can have more supporters. So this is an instance where you may need more people to have your back. At this point, you don't need to be walking alone here with this type of money, this type of success. Getting together with friends means that you need to be surrounded by good people. But if you have a reputation or an attitude of being an asshole, then of course no one's going to really be showing up. They're going to be like, I don't fool with them. I don't have time for that. So this is just telling me that with this Cancer, 4th house energy, right? Your emotions, your home, you're reflecting on your generational curses, your past, your family, and you're saying, okay, I don't want to be like that, or I need to do better, and I want to be around better people. You want to know why you keep being backstabbed, competed with. It's your communications pattern. It's something you said, and you are a successful person. You're blessed, and I see that you may have good intention, but you just got to learn how to deliver better, and you will do that, and it's a you thing. So the more you practice and the better you get at delivering and communicating, the better people that will be surrounded. And I feel like you do need some people around you. You can't be moving at this level of magnitude and you can't trust nobody around you. Though they always say you can never trust nobody around you. But it looks like this needs to be a change in scenery, a change in crowd, a change in friendships, a change in communication patterns, so that you're being stimulated by some better things. If you're around people and all they do is cuss and yell, then you're going to cuss and yell, and it's going to block better people and better opportunities from coming in if they think you're a live wire or you're aggressive or dangerous type energy is what I'm picking up. I know that was a mouthful, and I'm going to just go ahead and shut it down. Personals are now available. Check in the description below. I made it super simple, so y'all can book those, and we'll get to them. And then I'm going to go ahead and shut this down, because I am picking up this Mercurial energy. Like, I just feel like I want to talk and ramble and talk and ramble. It's a lot that you have to get on your chest. There's so many things that you didn't say because you didn't want to look a certain type of way or be perceived a certain type of way, or you didn't know how to articulate it, that when you start speaking, you're just going to talk and talk and talk. I can barely take a breath, okay? Like, I just want to keep going, you know? It's a lot of clearing the air energy, want to fix some things. You yourself have some memories that have been plaguing your subconscious about when you said or did something that you didn't necessarily mean, but you never went back and fixed it. You know, you watched them run out crying, you watched them get embarrassed, you watched other people jump in, and instead of saying, hold up, I'm not saying that. I can do that. I'm not saying that. You're more so saying the energy of like, oh well, I didn't say it. They just ran with that. Like, it was your duty to clear that up. You got the Queen of Pentacles out here. Your one card here. So this is definitely Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces. You got Judgment, the Queen of Wands. This reading could be for you. If there's, look, you're going to have to email me, because I see that there is some type of family battle or group battle or some type of energy that you have that you're moving away from here. You may not feel good. Something, not getting something. Yeah, that was a one card, so don't worry about it. But yeah, email me with this moon energy. I don't know if you, did you catch that, ma'am? That was your one card. So definitely email me, because what was that, right? What was that? It's here again. Woo. All right. I love y'all. Links to personals is in the description. And until we meet again, what should we do? Leo? I feel like I'm going to cash out with Leo. I'll catch y'all.